Hi everyone, welcome to the channel Math for me and you. Let's learn maths together. Hello dear friends, I am Sindhu Suresh. In this video, we are discussing questions based on the topic sum of n terms of an arithmetic progression. From this same chapter, I have prepared another video and I can give the link in the description box. Let's recall the two formulas we need, nth term of an AP and a sum of n terms of an AP. A is the first term, D is the common difference. Moving on to the questions, the first one is find the sum of the first 8 multiples of 7. We want to write what are the multiples of 7. If we get a question to write multiples of any number, we could write. Here multiples of 7, they are 7, 14, 21, etc. Now you can see what we are getting is an AP and first term is 7. And the common difference D is also 7 because the second term 14, third term 21. How many more? 7 more. So it is 7. Otherwise also multiple of 7 means it will be with the difference 7. S8 we have to find. We know the formula Sn. Sum of n terms. Sn is equal to n over 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 into D. Now we need to find S8. In place of n, we are going to put 8. So n over 2, 8 over 2, how much? 4 times 2a, 2 times 7, 14 plus n minus 1, 8 minus 1, that is 7. And D is also 7. Close the bracket. Simplify the bracket first. 4 we write same. Inside the bracket it is 14 plus 7 times 7 is 49. First we need to find the total 14 and 49. 49 plus 14. We get the answer 63. Next we have to multiply with the 4. 3 for 12. Then 1. 6 for 24 plus 1. 25. We get the answer 252. What is this? S8. That means sum of 8 terms of this given AP. Second question. If Sn, the sum of the first n terms of an arithmetic progression is given by Sn equals 3n square minus 4n. Find the nth term. To find the nth term, we need A and the common difference D. To get A and D, we can use Sn equals 3n square minus 4n. When we put n equals 1, we get S1. That means sum of first term. What is first term? A. Sum of first term means A itself. So we get A. A is equal to, put n equals 1. So we get 3 times 1 square minus 4 times 1. Because see, n in place of n, 1. 3 times 1 the whole square minus 4 times 1. That is 3 minus 4. What we get the answer? It is equal to minus 1. That means the first term of this AP is equal to minus 1. S2 we can calculate. What is S2? The sum of first term and second term. First term is A plus second term is A plus D. That is, in place of n put 2. 3 times 2 square minus 4 times 2. Left side A, the value we know it is minus 1. So it is A plus A, minus 1 plus D we write as it is. 3 times 4 is 12 on the right side minus 4 times 2 is 8. Minus 1 plus minus 1 is minus 2 plus D is equal to right side. 12 minus 8 is 4. We can calculate D. How? Move minus 2 to the right side. It becomes plus 2 with the 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. See, we are getting the common difference D as 6. A is minus 1. Already we got. And now we are getting D equals 6. Can you find the nth term? What is that? An. An equals. What is the formula? A plus n minus 1 into D. Substitute the values. A is minus 1 plus n we don't know. So we write same as it is. Then D is 6. Minus 1 we write same and now we can remove the bracket by multiplying with the 6. 6 times n, 6n minus 1 times 6 is minus 6. 6n, the nth term we could write first. Then the numbers together, -1 and -6 is -7. See the nth term, 6n minus 7. Now the next question, how many terms of an AP 45, 39, 33 must taken so that their sum is 180? Explain the double answer. Here we have to find out the number of terms to get the sum 180. First term A is 45 and D, common difference. How can we find? Second term minus first term we can take. 39 minus 45. But how we calculate this? Big number 45 minus small number 39, then we get the answer 6. Then what is 39 minus 45? The opposite, that is minus 6. So we get what is D? D equals minus 6. Now what we need to find? We need to find at what value of n we get the sum 180. We need to calculate n. N equals what number? Okay, we can start with the formula Sn. Then replace the values for A and D so that we can find n. Sn equals 180. It is given in the question. What is the formula? N over 2 times 2A plus n minus 1 into D is equal to 180. Next we can replace A and D with the values 45 and minus 6. N over 2 times 2A becomes 2 times 45. How much it is? It is 90. Plus n minus 1 times D we can change with the number minus 6. Close the bracket, is equal to 180. Next up we can multiply with n over 2. 90 times n over 2. 90 over 2 is 45 times n. It is 45n. Plus n over 2 times n minus 1 times minus 6. So here we get minus 6 over 2 is 3. Then we can multiply n with n minus 1. So write n. Then bracket n minus 1. Inside the bracket n minus 1 is equal to 180. But if this is difficult for you to write directly, you can multiply separate and get the answer. Multiply n over 2 with n minus 1 into minus 6. First we can cancel 2 with minus 6. Then we get minus 3 in the numerator side. Then minus 3 times n is minus 3n times n minus 1. See the same answer we got here. Next step, we can remove the bracket. In second term there is a bracket we can remove. 45n we write same. Minus 3n times n, it is minus 3n square. Minus 3n times minus 1 is plus 3n. 180 we could move to the left side. Then we get minus 180 equal 0. Then we can arrange in order. First n square, it is minus 3n square. N terms together 45 and 3, that is 48 plus 48n minus 180 is equal to 0. All the three terms we can see minus 3 is a common number. So we could divide throughout with minus 3. First term, second term and the third term we could divide with minus 3. What's the result we get? First term becomes n square. Plus minus changes to minus. Minus 48 over 3 is 16n. Minus minus becomes plus 180 over 3 is 60 equal 0. This is a quadratic equation. We could factorize. What are the factors? N minus 10 and n minus 6, because multiply we get plus 60 and together we get minus 16. N minus 10 equals 0 we could write, or n minus 6 equal 0. That means here we get two values, n equals 10 or n equals 6. What do you understand from here? From here we understood that if we collect 6 numbers, the total is 180, and if we collect 10 numbers also, the total becomes 180. How could be possible? This is possible because the first 6 numbers, when we look at this AP, they all are positive numbers and they will make the total 180. Total means sum. Sum of the first 6 numbers we look, they will give us a total of or sum of 180. But the 7th term, 8th term, 9th term and 10th term, if we consider these 4 terms, 7th and 8th terms are positive numbers, but 9th and 10th term, these 2 numbers are negative numbers. In effect, we could say the total of all the 6 numbers plus these 4 numbers. These 4 numbers, when we find the total, they cancelled each other because the first 2 are positive numbers and the same value we get with the last 2 numbers. So the total again we will get the same number as 180. This is the reason. Okay, next question. If the sum of the first 4 terms of an AP is 40 and that of the first 14 terms is 280, find the sum of its first n terms. In this question, it's given sum of first 4 terms S4 is 40 and sum of first 14 terms S14 is equal to 280. We have studied what is the formula of Sn or sum of n terms. Sn equals n over 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 times d. Now I can write what is S4. 4 over 2. It is 2 times 2a plus n minus 1. N is here 4. 4 minus 1 means 3. 3d. Then we can close the bracket. Is equal to 40. It is given in the question. S4 equals 40. Okay, we could cancel 2 from both sides, right side and left side. So the right side we get 20, left side is 1. So we can write 1 times 2a plus 3d. It is 2a plus 3d is equal to 20. Let it be equation number 1. Using the formula, we could write what is S14. It is 14 over 2. N over 2, that means 7 times 2a plus n minus 1. 14 minus 1 is 13d equals, in the question it is given 280. So let's write 280. Both sides of this equation we could divide with 7. 7 cancel with the 7. So we get only 2a plus 13d. That is equal to 280 divided by 7. 7 times 1 and 7 times 40. So we get on the right side it is 40. Let it be equation number 2. Equation number 2 minus equation number 1, if we do, we can cancel 2a. That means elimination method. What is equation number 1? 2a plus 3d equals 20. We are going to subtract this equation. So equation number 1, change each term with opposite sign. Now what we get? 2a minus 2a. 2a cancel with each other. 13 minus 3 is 10. 10d is equal to 40 minus 20 is 20. How can we find the value of d? Divide with 10. Both sides. Then left side d equals right side 20 over 10 is 2. So we get the common difference is 2. Substitute in any of the equation, we can find a, the first term. I am substituting in equation number 1. 2a plus 3d, d is 2. So it is 3 times 2 equals 20. 2a equals 20 minus 3 times 2 is 6. We get the answer 14. 2a equals 14. What about a? A equals 14 over 2 is equal to 7. So the first term is 7 and the common difference is 2. What about sum of n terms? We can write the formula n over 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 times d. Substitute the values for a and d. N we write same as it is. Then 2 times a, that is 14, plus n minus 1 times, what is d? 2. We can remove the bracket by multiplying with n over 2. 14n over 2. That means we can cancel 14 with 2. It is 7n. Plus n times n minus 1 times 2 over 2. 2 and 2 cancel. Only we get n times n minus 1. Remove the bracket and simplify. 7n plus n square, n times n is n square, minus n. This is actually the answer, but we can simplify the n terms. 7n minus n, and now the answer I am going to write in order. First n square. After that 7n minus n is plus 6n. What is sum of n terms? N square plus 6n. Next question. The sum of the first three numbers of an arithmetic progression is 18. The product of the first and third term is 5 times the common difference. Find the three numbers. Here we can take the three numbers. Since they are in AP, we have to take them as A plus D, A plus 2D. So we can write this as our first sentence. Let the three numbers be, because we need to find the three numbers, and we are going to take them as A plus D, A plus 2D. Why we have taken this way, I told you, because they are the terms of an AP. Now it is given in the first sentence, sum of the three terms is 18. We could take the sum A plus D plus A plus 2D. This is that sum or total equals 18. Simplify the left side. A plus A. How many A? 3A. D plus 2D. It is 3D equals 18. Left side and right side, all the three terms with three common factors. So we could divide throughout. Then the equation becomes smaller. We get A plus D is equal to right side 6. 18 over 3 is 6. Let it be equation number 1. And then second condition is product of the first and third term. Product means times. So we are going to take the first term, multiply with the third term. What is the first term? It is A. Multiply with the third term, that is A plus 2D. What answer we get? We get the answer 5 times the common difference, and that we have taken as D. Let's write the condition. First term A multiply with the third term, that is A plus 2D, is equal to 5 times the common difference D. That means 5D. Now we can remove the bracket and replace the value of D as well. So first we are going to remove the bracket. A times A. What is it? A square plus A times 2D. It is 2AD equals 5D. Now we can change D and write in terms of A. From equation number 1, we can write what is D? D equals 6 minus A. So we are going to replace D with the value 6 minus A. A square plus 2A times 6 minus A is equal to 5 times 6 minus A. Just we replace D with 6 minus A. In the next step, we can remove the brackets from both sides of the equations. A square, write same as it is, plus 2A times 6, 12A. 2A times minus A, it is minus 2A square, is equal to 5 times 6. How much? 30. Minus 5 times A is minus 5A. Then A square minus 2A square, we know it is minus A square, plus 12A, same as it is we are writing. Then we can move the terms from the right side to the left side. It becomes plus 5A and minus 30. So the right side is equal to 0 because all the terms we have moved. Minus A square, then 12A and 5A we can join. Then we can simplify the left side. So we write minus A square plus 17A minus 30 is equal to 0. Throughout we can divide with minus, then we get a positive A square. Minus 17A, just change the sign because we are dividing with a negative. Plus 30 equals 0. Now we get a quadratic equation. We are going to factorize as A minus 15 times A minus 2 equals 0 because minus 15 times minus 2 is plus 30 and minus 15A plus minus 2A is minus 17A, that is the middle term. From here we can find what is A. A equals 15 or A equals 2. A equals 15. Can we take 15 as our first term? No, because see the condition. Sum of 3 terms must be 18. If we take A as 15, the first term itself 15 means other 2 terms together will be more than 15. So we select A equals 2. Then substitute this in equation number 1 and find D. What is D? D equal 6 minus A, that is 6 minus 2 equals 4. Since we have got the values of A, the first term, and D, the common difference, we can write the 3 numbers as A, that is 2, A plus D, that means 2 plus 4 is 6, then A plus 2D. How much it is? 6 plus 4, that is 10. See the 3 numbers. What is their total? 2 plus 6 plus 10 is equal to 18. So the 3 numbers are 2, 6 and 10. Next important question is, if the sum of the first P terms of an AP is Q and the sum of the first Q terms of an AP is P, then show that the sum of the first P plus Q term is minus of P plus Q. It's given sum of P terms of an AP is Q. That means SP is equal to Q. We have studied what is the sum of n terms, Sn. Sn is equal to n over 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Using this formula, we can expand what is SP and we can write. In place of n, we write p, that's it. So we get p over 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 now changes to p minus 1 times d. Close the bracket, then we get the right side is equal to q. And now we are going to simplify this in a different way. First, we will take denominator 2 to the right side and then we will multiply p to the bracket with each term inside the bracket. Okay, let's start. We can multiply with the p, then 2a times p becomes 2ap plus p times p minus 1 into d. We write that is same as it is, equal to 2, the denominator move to the right side, it becomes 2 times q. This is an equation we are getting. We can mark it as equation number 1. The same way we can write the second condition. Sum of q terms is equal to p. SQ is equal to p. How can we write SQ? We write in place of n, we write q, then we get q over 2 times 2a plus q minus 1 into d is equal to p. What next? We multiply with the q and take 2 to the other side. We get 2pq plus q times q minus 1 into d is equal to 2p. Now we get second equation. We could mark this as equation number 2. In the next step, I am going to do equation number 1 minus equation number 2. Because if I do like this, I will get similar terms in sum of p plus q term. Okay, so I am going to do equation number 1 minus equation number 2. Then each term in equation number 2 changes its sign. See, I have done that. Now we can subtract 2ap minus 2aq. The first terms we subtract 2ap minus 2aq. Now the second terms. In equation number 1, it is plus p times p minus 1 into d minus equation number 2, the corresponding term is q times q minus 1 into d equals 2q minus 2p. Then we can simplify. Consider the first two terms and take the common factor 2a outside. So we write 2a, then open a bracket, the remaining terms p minus q. See the next term, it is p times p minus 1 into d. First we can remove the bracket by multiplying with p. How we multiply this? P times p, then p times minus 1. Same way we can multiply with the q, q times q and q times minus 1. We keep d outside. So we are going to write the next step. It is plus p square minus p times d. minus q square minus q times d. Equals 2q minus 2p. That is same we write without any change. The first term again we write same as it is, 2a times p minus q. Look at the second and third term. Here d is common factor. So write d first, then inside the bracket p square minus p minus q square, then minus times minus plus q. Then we can see d as a common factor we have taken outside. The right side 2 is a common factor, then the bracket, then q minus p inside the bracket. Again we write 2a times p minus q without having any change. Now d times, inside the bracket we can collect the square terms first, p square minus q square, then minus p and a q we write after that. So we write minus p, then take minus outside, we get minus p minus q. 2 times q minus p on the right side. What we have done here inside the bracket, first we take p square, the square term and q square collected together. It is minus q square, so it becomes p square minus q square. Then minus outside, we get plus p and plus q. We have taken minus outside means it changes to minus q. Why we have done like this? This is because to get common factor p minus q in each term. That's why. So we write again 2a times p minus q, same as it is, then plus d times p square minus q square we can write as p plus q times p minus q. We know that. Then minus p minus q without any change we write. The right side is 2 times q minus p. Every term now we can say take p minus q as a common factor. See, each term there is p minus q. We are going to write p minus q as a common factor from all the terms. So p minus q, after that open up a big bracket, then write all other terms without p minus q. So the first term is only 2a because p minus q is outside as common factor. Then the second term d times p plus q, p minus q is outside, then minus p minus q outside means it is just minus 1. See here, then close the bracket, is equal to, we take p minus q but it is q minus p. So if we take minus, then minus 2 if we write, we get p minus q inside the bracket. Equation left side right side p minus q we could cancel because they are same. Now what remains we can write 2a plus p plus q minus 1 times d is equal to minus 2. This is equation number 3. Hope you understand why we are getting minus 2 on the right side, because we have taken p minus q. Now we can write sum of p plus q terms, that is s p plus q. Using the formula Sn we can write, this is n over 2 means here p plus q over 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 means p plus q minus 1 times d. But look at equation number 3. 2a plus p plus q minus 1 times d. What is the value? It is minus 2. So we can write p plus q over 2 times minus 2. From equation number 3 we get this result. 2 minus 2 cancel. So we get here a negative and p plus q. Minus of p plus q. What is sum of p plus q term? It is minus of p plus q. Hope you understand what we have practiced over here. If you like this video, please share and subscribe to my channel. See you with more useful videos. Thank you.